Oh man, it's weird that this is the first book I'm going to review for this week. I mean, I did review the Scrimshaw stuff, but that doesn't really count. That was like a long overdue review, and I know I just stood in front of the camera, or in front of the light source. But Aphrodite V, number 3. This is like over a week old. You know, this came out like 2 Wednesdays ago, but I just got it this past Wednesday. Westfield Comics had a copy. It must have been like lost or like in the back room or something because it's got this crim put in it. I didn't do that. It was like that when I picked it up on the shelf. It's a little zing here. I might have done that too. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's talk about this book. I really like the book. The use of color is great. And what Brian Hill said is true. He told me that he got like less wordy or better at talking as he went through this, because this was an old script and he improved over the course of it, and he's right. There's still a lot of text, but the text actually was a lot better to read. My copy must have got wet or something. Like, it doesn't really show here, but that might be kind of smudgy right there. Some of the stuff on the inside cover. I just realized I wanted to talk about this. Like, this stuff, like, this all looks like maybe the ink blood. And right here, that right there, that's either a printing error or the book got wet before I got my hands on it. Either way, look at this use of color. All right, we're in like a kind of cool conversation-y piece. Look at the colors. They're cool, mostly. There's a little red here from the Menace of the Machines. All right. Now let's cut over here to this conversation. It's a sunset. Sure, that's like the excuse, but look, there's a lot more menace. This is a confrontation, so there's red. Now, I'm going to flip to my favorite page of the book. My absolute favorite page. And it's because the way everything comes together. So, Boss Man sends Huimin and Aphrodite to go talk to a billionaire, the billionaire who invented, like, a new CPU or something. Her employees have been the ones conducting these attacks, trying to kill Boss Man. So naturally, they're like, let's go talk to her. So they do. And she tries to kill him. Aphrodite's like, please order me to save your life. She saves his life. Then there's this thrilling sequence right here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Now, these names are all purposefully chosen. I'm pretty sure the basilisk is the concept of Roko's basilisk, an artificial intelligence, a creature who is guaranteed to eventually be invented by somebody. Somebody will make an AI. And Roko's basilisk will be an AI that will punish anyone who did not help it come into existence. And now that I've told you this, I have increased the chance that Roko's basilisk will come into effect. It'll come into existence. It's a truly terrifying concept. So you got this. She gets on the helicopter. She jacks the helicopter, rips the door off. I can't show you any more pages. I loved it. The dialogue's not nearly as wordy. The little bit of action is super well executed. It's gorgeous. It's wonderful. Aphrodite V, however you want to pronounce it, is like my favorite book going on right now, right this second, because I just read it and I'm super hype. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure when I read Doomsday Clock, which I have over here, or I read I don't know, Executive Assistant Iris, like, I'm going to be super hype about them. But that's the mark of a good book. It makes you hype. I want to see the rest of this. I think it's a 5-issue run. And I can't wait for it. My problem with the book is I don't know when it is. Some of it seems like it's set in the past, because isn't, like, the current run of these characters like Aphrodite 9 and stuff? So this is set in like, what, the 80s or the 90s as opposed to the 2000s? I don't really understand when this takes place. And that's kind of hurting my understanding of what's going on, because that changes things greatly, even in a world of super science. Even in a world of super science, there has to be some kind of grounding. I was just looking at the faces. Specifically Hui Min's face. Her looks are actually kind of subtle, but they come through pretty well, don't they? Same thing with the CEO they're interrogating. There's nothing exaggerated about this. It's like a real face. Most emotions that people have, real human emotions, aren't the big garish, like grins and stuff. They're more subtle. They're like a little smirk. Flat lips. Because you're questioning people. I would have liked to have seen the inside of mouths more. We spent all this time talking, and for most of it, people's mouths are just shut. I would like to have seen an open mouth more often. Like I'm looking at that here. And I think that would have probably added a lot of drawing time to the pages, because if you open the mouth up, you have to render the teeth, maybe the tongue, depending on the angle. But like right here, or actually his. In this panel, see, he's got this closed, introspected thing. And then here, he's opening up a little bit. It's not important that she tell us the truth. It's important that you know if she's lying. You used to work in interrogation, Minnie. So interrogate her. Like, right here, this would be the perfect time to have a little open mouth. It doesn't even have to be open all the way, but just a little bit. Like here, there's a slight, like, little lip curl. I don't know if that counts as an open mouth, or if she's just kind of doing like the Elvis, hunka burning love lip curl there. Or maybe it's a consequence of the scarring and the angle we're at. I'm not really sure. Not really sure, but look at this mechanized menace. The pages, as soon as red shows up, they just pop so much. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. It's like, it makes me think of Mirror's Edge, which had a startling, super clean aesthetic. All the lines were clean, and it used its color to great effect, to set mood, to set place, to tell you what's going on. I don't think the color's really meant to tell us what's going on, but it certainly does set the mood. It sets it very well. Another book that's going on right now that makes good use of color like that is The Raid. Issue 2 of The Raid was so much better than Issue 1. That was a great series. This, so far, Issue 2, I should be specific. Issue 2 was a great entry to that series and kind of redeemed it. I hope 3 is going to be great. 3 for this series is fantastic. Check it out. I will see you all next time. You have a great day. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Until then, bye-bye.